A moonlit sacrifice. A terrifying tale. Imagine a clearing bathed in moonlight. Huge bamboo leaves sway above, their shadows dancing on the ground. The air is heavy and silent. Only crickets chirp. A creepy feeling hangs in the air, coming from the freshly dug earth. A single grave lies open, waiting. This isn't a normal graveyard. It's a place of sacrifice. A place where greed meets desperation. Tonight, under the ghostly moon, a life will be taken. A spirit will be trapped. This is the story of the Thần Giữ Của. Thần Giữ Của. The name itself scares Vietnamese villagers. It whispers of dark magic and terrible cruelty. It tells of an angry spirit, forced to guard riches forever. This entity, born of sadness and fueled by anger, is not a kind protector. It's a creature of darkness. Its existence shows how greedy people can be. The story of Thần Giữ Của comes from whispers and scary folklore. People believe it's the spirit of a young woman, buried alive as a sacrifice. This horrible act was meant to please evil forces. The goal? To make the sacrificer rich. The ritual was a secret, passed down through generations of sorcerers and rich landowners. It was a dark tradition, shrouded in mystery and fear, known only to those who held power and wealth. The ritual was believed to bring prosperity and protection to the landowners, but at a terrible cost. It needed a shaman, a rich person, and a young innocent girl, usually a servant or a poor girl, tricked into the ritual. The girl was often chosen for her purity and naivety, unaware of the fate that awaited her. The rich landowner would promise her family wealth or protection, but these promises were empty. The chosen girl would be bathed, dressed in nice clothes, and given a last meal. This was done to make her feel special, to lull her into a false sense of security. The meal was often her favorite, a cruel gesture of kindness before the impending doom. This fake kindness made her fate even crueler. The girl, sensing something was wrong, would feel a growing sense of dread. Her confusion and anxiety would only deepen as the night progressed. Shaman! The shaman would chant. His voice would rise and fall with the flickering flames, creating an eerie atmosphere. The chants were ancient, words of power meant to bind the girl's spirit. He would draw symbols in the air and on the girl's forehead. These symbols were believed to trap her essence, ensuring she could never escape her fate. The shaman's hands moved with practiced precision, each stroke a part of the dark ritual. This was meant to trap her spirit to the earth. The ritual was designed to bind her soul, making her a guardian spirit for the landowner's property. It was a twisted form of protection, born out of greed and superstition. As the moon reached its highest point, the girl, tied up and gagged, would be lowered into the grave. The moonlight cast eerie shadows, adding to the horror of the scene. The girl's muffled cries would be drowned out by the shaman's chants. Her scared eyes would be the last thing to see the moonlit world. The terror in her eyes would haunt those who witnessed the ritual, a reminder of the price of their wealth. Beside her, the landlord would place a clay jar filled with rice, salt, and coins, a tiny offering for a lifetime of suffering. These items were meant to appease her spirit, a feeble attempt to justify the cruelty inflicted upon her. The ritual complete, the landowner would walk away, leaving the girl to her tragic fate. Controlling the spirit and its wrath. With the girl buried alive, the ritual was finished. The ancient ceremony, shrouded in mystery and fear, had been passed down through generations. It was believed that this act would bind the spirit to the land, forever tethering it to the will of the one who performed the sacrifice. The spirit, now trapped and fueled by rage and sadness, would become the Thần Giữ Của. This guardian spirit, born out of sorrow and anger, was both a protector and a potential destroyer, its power immense and terrifying. Landlord, it would fiercely protect the wealth of the one who did the sacrifice. The spirit's loyalty was unwavering, but it was also a double-edged sword, its wrath always simmering beneath the surface. The landlord, now with a scary guardian, was also given a secret phrase by the shaman. This phrase was the key to controlling the spirit, a powerful tool that could summon the spirit's protection or unleash its fury. This phrase could be used to control the spirit, to call for its protection, or make it attack enemies. However, using it required great caution, for the spirit's anger was not easily contained, but the power came at a cost. The spirit's anger was strong, its rage a constant threat. The landlord had to be ever vigilant, aware that any misuse could lead to dire consequences. The spirit's anger was strong, its rage a constant threat. It was a force of nature, unpredictable and dangerous, always on the brink of unleashing its full fury. Many landlords, blinded by their new wealth, didn't listen to the warnings. They saw only the benefits, the riches and power, ignoring the dark side of their newfound fortune. They misused the spirit, ordering it to attack rivals or steal. Their greed and arrogance led them to believe they could control the uncontrollable, bending the spirit to their will without consequence. This only made the spirit angrier and more dangerous. The more it was used for selfish purposes, the more its rage grew, turning it into a ticking time bomb, ready to explode at any moment. Whispers of the past legends, rumors, and the enduring fascination. Though people don't make Thần Giữ Của anymore, its legend still scares people in the Vietnamese countryside. The stories have been passed down through generations, each adding their own twist, making the legend even more terrifying and mysterious. Stories are told of haunted graveyards and angry spirits guarding lost treasures. These tales often serve as warnings to those who might be tempted to seek out these hidden riches, reminding them of the dire consequences. Villager. Some villagers say they've seen the angry spirits, describing them as scary figures with long, sharp nails and eyes burning with hatred. These spirits are said to roam the countryside, especially at night, looking for those who dare to disturb their rest. Others say they hear sad cries coming from the earth, especially on moonlit nights. These cries are believed to be the voices of those who were wronged or betrayed, forever trapped in their sorrow. The tale of Thần Giữ Của reminds us how greedy and cruel people can be. It serves as a moral lesson, warning against the perils of avarice and the lengths to which people will go to satisfy their desires. It shows the dangers of getting rich in bad ways and the consequences that follow. The legend is a stark reminder that ill-gotten gains come with a heavy price. Even today, the legend still fascinates and scares people, keeping the memory of the Thần Giữ Của alive. Around bonfires in the quiet of the night, these stories are retold, ensuring that the legend endures, captivating the imaginations of both young and old.